Good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking your Sunday to be with me. I promise it'll be worth your time. Um, we always start off the same way, and that is by writing down what our commitments are for every day this week. How do I get a pick on here? You just go into your settings when you're off of this, and then there should be an option for you to upload a picture. But why am I so out of breath? Um, So your daily commitments, what are you going to do every single day that you can focus on, that you have complete control over? And this can be like 3 to 5 things. And this helps you focus on the do. So I'm a person of faith, as a lot of you know. And something I was praying about this morning is not focusing on the how. I think when we focus on the quote unquote how, like how are things going to happen? Maybe you're like behind your tracker on where you want to be and you're running after a bonus, or you're doing the daily actions every day, but you just aren't seeing the results that you specifically want. I think when you're so focused on the how, like how are things going to happen, you get discouraged, you get frustrated, you start to get almost like selfishly focused. So focusing on the things that you can do as opposed to the how is how you can separate yourself from everyone else. So doing the same things over and over again and trusting the process and trusting that the how will happen even when you can't see it. And I know that like we're heading into the last week of this month, and a lot of you are going to be pushing for bonuses to close out this month. Or maybe you're just setting the groundwork to get set up for your bonus that you want to go after next month. And I know the times that I felt the most frustrated and defeated, it's because I was focusing on how this was going to happen. Like, oh God, I'm 3,000 behind or whatever. I don't know how I'm going to get that in a week, or how I'm going to sign 2 more promoters, or da 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 da. If I'm focusing on the things that I'm doing every day and just trusting the process, that frustration tends to go away. And knowing that when it's your time, it will happen. But if you keep restarting every single week, every single month, every single, like every other day or whatever, if you keep restarting and you're starting from square one. So like the how isn't going to happen if you're constantly restarting and giving up on yourself. So it's trusting that these actions, these commitments that you're doing every single day are going to lead you to the how when it's in your time. But if you're not diligent, that time is going to get pushed out and pushed out and pushed out and pushed out if you're giving up every time that you don't sign a customer every week. I was telling my team this the other day, that your business is going to look different from day to day. I think when we think like, I'm going to sign a customer every day, or I'm going to send out a sample every day, or I'm signing new promoters every day, like that's not reality for anyone in this business. It doesn't matter what rank you are. The reality is you're not signing a customer every day, or you're not signing a promoter every single day. So your business is going to look different every single day and how you're working it. But these commitments are the things that you need to focus on doing every day, day in and day out, even when you don't understand how it's going to happen, because it will if you stay diligent with these things. So write down your 3 to 5 daily commitments that you'll do that you have complete control over. Sending samples is not something you have complete control over. Talking about samples is something that you have complete control over. Signing new customers isn't something that you have complete control over. Getting into people's messenger, that is something you have complete control over. So that's the first thing we're going to do for the next like minute or two, is just writing down our daily commitments that you're going to focus on every day. And if anytime you guys have a question, drop it in the chat. I am going to leave the last couple minutes of this Zoom to do like a Q&A for you guys. And if you want to share your commitments, your daily commitments, please do, so that other people can get ideas if they're new and maybe don't know where to start. Okay, so we're going to spend the next couple minutes with your 5 things. So what are your 5 things? If you're new to this Zoom, 5 things are 5 pillars that make you uniquely you. If you were on the training Zoom yesterday, they talk about it. This is something that is universally utilized throughout all of Le-Vel, and it's something that's really important for a content strategy, because you are not Thrive and Thrive is not you. It's just a part of your life. So what are the things that help you engage with other people, connect with other people, build trust with other people? So writing down your 5 things, for example, your 5 buckets. For example, for me, I'm a mom, but digging deeper, like what kind of mom or how can I help them? Now I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm going to talk about that. I am a dog mom too. And then I'm a mom to a 15-year-old who starts driver's ed on Monday, and it scares the crap out of me. And then another one might be like, if you're focusing on health, maybe that's you're somebody that meal preps or exercises daily, or focuses on your water intake, or you are doing the Ultimate Thriver. So that's like health things that you can talk about. Faith is another one of mine. So like how I show up Bible verses and devotionals and stuff like that to help people in their faith. Trying to think of another one. Like, I'm a business owner. So what does it look like being a business owner? What are the mindset things that I have to work on? How do I show up for myself daily? Self-love is another one that I do. So how do you love yourself and want to change yourself at the same time? How do you take care of yourself? Those are some other things that you can talk about, but we're going to spend 5 minutes just writing down your 5 buckets, and then 1 or 3 topics in each of them that you could discuss. And this is for like your story content. This is for like your daily content. This is to understand like what kind of groups you should go in. So this is like a huge brainstorm thing for you to do to really narrow in your focus about what makes you you that is outside of Thrive. Yes, Star. So then like in each of those topics, you could drill down to like 3 things that you can discuss in each of those. So like softball, is it that you're doing softball or you're a softball mom? And then is it like showing that you're going to softball, and that how you help your kids prepare for softball, Mario Brothers, you could show you play. Oh, cool. So then you could show like you going to practice, or you like the people that you've met through softball and stuff like that. Mario Brothers, you could do like what is like one funny like Mario Brothers item that you have. BMX football mom. So that's like highlighting your kids going to BMX things. Like if you're joining groups that are along these things, you have to show that you're doing these things, because otherwise they're like, why are you engaging with me? Or why did you add me from a group? And you don't even ever post about these things. Outside adventure. So showing that you're outside. Arroz con pollo. So those are all things that you can talk about. That's awesome. I love yours. They're very, very drilled down.
Hey, Megan, can I say something? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
I don't think Megan can hear me.
Oh, I hear you.
I do too.
We can hear you, Star.
Oh, okay. All right. So I wanted to talk on the 5 things. It doesn't always have to be the pretty things, okay?
And I'm gonna give you guys some prompts and
Can
stuff
somebody
like
tell her
that
I'm
in the
talking? Why
next
can't she hear me?
in the next segment. So if you're just jotting down like your ideas, that's totally fine. So I'm gonna give you some prompts that you can use that will help you talk about some other things based on the day of the week and stuff like that.
Hey, Megan, can you hear anybody else?
What about me?
Megan. So she can't hear anybody.
Can't hear anyone?
You can hear me, Megan?
Now I can, yeah.
Okay,
you
tell
hear
her we're
me?
talking.
Oh man, I think my volume was way down.
All right. Can I talk for a second?
You absolutely can.
Thanks, babe.
I wasn't
Um,
trying to ignore you, I swear.
Like, does she hate me for not being here lately?
No, no.
All right, guys. So the 5 things. It don't always have to be pretty things. The 5 things that make you you. So, I've been experiencing a lot of anxiety, and that's something I've always suffered from. And I just started realizing over this weekend that I could actually embrace that and make it one of my 5 pillars and talk about it more. So that's what I started to do. So I'm not going to be it's not going to be a bunch of negativity. You know, I'm going to allow people in. I'm going to tell them what I'm going through. You know, I don't want to tell them everything. Okay. I'm vulnerable, but I don't want to be that vulnerable yet. I guess that's something I have to overcome myself, but I'm going to, you know, post about it and just tell people, you know, what I'm doing to help get me through it. So like I said, it doesn't always have to be the pretty rainbows and the gorgeous flowers and everything. Like you can let people in on the darker things that make you you as well. So
Amen.
yeah.
And I think like there's obviously healing in that for yourself too.
Yes.
So like for
Yes.
me, like I don't battle. I mean, last year I feel like I totally battled anxiety, but I feel like people in general dealt with it that have never dealt with it before. But like for me, one thing that I'm doing is I'm working out a lot. I'm focusing on my health. I'm trying to do the ultimate thriver. I'm not just going to talk about like, look at me, just kill every single workout. No, I'm going to talk about like, how do you like keep dedicated on the days when you don't want to freaking do it? Because that's reality.
Right.
So how can you provide value to others? Yes.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
like abuse and narcissism survivor, like what are things you encountered after you left that situation? Or because like I'm in a group, an abuse and narcissism survivor group, because that's something I dealt with my ex. And the things that I see pop up the most are like, should you confront your person, or should you have you ever gone back to them? Like, what are ways that you disconnected from that person and never looked back? Because I feel like you can't keep going back to that situation. It's horrible.
Yeah, and to be honest, like when you open up your life even to the dark things, it's crazy just how much, you know, your following, your friends and whatnot can actually pour into you through that. So like yesterday, I'm currently running my husband's Facebook page, and yesterday I let people in just a little bit on what I've been going through the past couple of weeks, and the comments there were just so heartwarming, and it actually helped me through my day yesterday.
Yes.
So you never know. Give it a go, guys.
Right. Recovering addict, ADHD and PTSD, mom of 3, keto enthusiast. So like, all right, do you have ADHD? Because like you could talk about, because I really think I have ADHD, but I think it's not like professionally diagnosed. But I do have a son that's got ADHD, and so like how am I helping him through his school days, and how are we focusing? How am I helping him focus when I can't even focus half the time? Let's be honest. But like maybe it's like, what are some things that you've done to embrace that you have ADHD? Like how has it actually been like a superpower for you? Because I think people think, oh, I have ADHD, there's something wrong with me, when actually it can be a huge benefit to you. Like I can adapt super fast because I have ADHD. Like your ideas flow a lot. So you have a lot of thoughts and ideas and things that come through your brain. So the ability to multitask. Yes. So things that you might think, like people think you're an abuse survivor, like, oh, sad, sorry for you. Like, you're like, no, that's my superpower. Like, that's what made me the person I am today. Or like, anything like that. Oh, I have not done expand yet. I probably should.
If you have the flow of frequent ideas and have trouble like focusing on just one of those ideas, expand is amazing.
El Gonzalez, I don't know where you're at, but I want to be with you right now. She's got like palm trees in the background, girl. I'm staring at a window of snow. We're going to do this for another like 2 minutes, and then I'm going to give you guys some good ideas for prompts and stuff like that. Oh, I agree, Sarah. Totally. Oh, fun. I want to go down. My aunt lives in Delray Beach, and I need to go visit her. Not just because I need to see her, but I feel like I need the sunshine. I'm also going to give you guys story prompts for both yourself and for Thrive. I'm first going to go through like the things that you can share about yourself and how to talk, like, because I feel like you guys, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I've increased my engagement or what, but my story views have been like off the charts, like 300 views the other day. I was like, what? So if you're not utilizing stories, this is the greatest way that you can give people a peek into your life day to day that helps build trust. Because when people, I don't know, people are one nosy, and you got to be honest, everyone loves a good reality show. So like you're like this kind of like that.
They always say that people want to always give their opinions. I found that to be true, because when they're giving opinions in your life, they don't have to worry about their own.
Right. Facts. Straight up facts. Here, I'm going to share my screen so that you guys can see.
And talking about opinions, I've been following, I think her name's Megan Harriman or something like that on Instagram, her social media with Meg. And she has a lot of Instagram tips because I had to move over there for the majority of my work. But putting polls in there, you know, telling people a little bit about you, but having them, like, if you follow me on Instagram, go look at my stories. Like I've never had so much interaction on polls before. It's freaking awesome. Like, you're telling them a little bit about you, but then you're also asking them about them. And people love telling you about themselves.
Oh yeah, that's like people's favorite thing to do is talk about themselves.
Word up. So
it's everyone's favorite pastime. I hope you guys can see this okay. I know it's a little blurry, but I'll read through them.
It looks good.
Okay. So this is like a great calendar that has prompts. We're obviously going to focus on like 7 days. So this helps you kind of, okay, how do I talk about my 5 things? This helps you kind of guide your week to how you can talk about these things. Hold on. I'm just going to mute everyone. Mute. Okay. So like obviously I think Monday is a great way to inspire people. So a day to inspire people. So something beautiful, nature, things you love, something that can inspire creativity or quotes. So this is something that you should focus on Mondays, because I feel like everyone's like, ugh, Monday, and they're dreading the day. And sorry, I was just answering a message. So this gives you kind of prompts, something that can inspire creativity. So this can be like with your things. So if one of your things is like health and wellness, like how do you get creative with your food every day? If one of your things is I don't know, like you like art, like how do you inspire creativity with yourself? So you always want to be doing like one of these things: inspiring, educating, encouraging, having a conversation, that sort of thing. So Monday, a quote or something like that, something that's going to uplift people on a Monday when they don't feel like getting up and going about their day. In your story, post a hobby or something that you love. So what is like one thing that you love? Maybe it's like your favorite bath bomb.
I have a question. How would you post about constantly liking to rearrange things?
Huh?
How would you post about constantly liking to rearrange things?
Just say like like, why do you like that? Like, talk about why you like it. It just gives you a new perspective all the time. And like, I just rearranged my bedroom and I'm like, I feel so good about this.
Yes, I'm doing that like once
it can
a
be
month.
It can be something that, you know, makes you good, makes you feel happy, makes you feel refreshed. Like, talk about that, share that with your audience. I get that feeling. So it's definitely something I feel like a lot of people can relate to.
Yes. So
It gives that feeling of new.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're feeling like stuck in life, it's a great way to like reinvigorate yourself. I so agree. Organization. Yep. So like, how do you stay organized? Because people might need that. So like, I love organizations. Here's like 2 tips on how to get better organized in your life. Everybody wants to be organized. I'm a hot ass mess. Like, I would love to be more organized. So Tuesday, I actually have encourage for Tuesday, because it's business. I want to encourage people. That's part of my mission statement for my business. So for Tuesday, I have encourage. So for your post, when was a time that you overcame an obstacle? Or like, when was a time that you kept going when you felt like it was hard to keep going? I do eat more with Burn, but if you're eating the right things, I feel like that continued hunger, I feel like, is subsided a little bit. Burn's been doing wonders for me. So that's like jelly. But I've also been working out like a freaking dog, so that's probably why. But so like, when was a time that you felt discouraged and how you overcame that? And for your stories, post your favorite life hack, because that's encouraging people. It like helps them. So your favorite life hack, maybe it's something crazy. Like, if you have a favorite life hack, drop it in the chat, because I'm curious. I know you can search in Pinterest life hacks and then just steal one if you don't feel like you have one. Favorite life hack: do laundry right after you put it in and don't wait for 5 weeks. Meal prepping. Yes. So if your thing is health and wellness, your favorite health or life hack can be meal prepping, and then talk about if you are beginning, what are 3 steps? And then you take one slide to talk about one step, another slide to talk about another step. another slide to talk about another step. Our social media isn't for us. It is for our audience. And how are you going to build a community is by providing value to people. So like meal prep, another thing could be like, where do you find your like cheapest meals? Yada, yada, yada. So like, that's a good life hack. I love that. The organization, like one, if you're really into organization, like what are 3 life hacks to help you stay organized when you feel chaotic or whatever? Unschooling. Another life hack could be if you are at home with your kids during the day, like what are some things that you do that's a life hack for that? Other life hacks can be like, I don't know, like different ways to fold your laundry, or I'm just trying to think. Anything to like simplify people's lives. So Wednesday, I have Educate for Wednesday. So did you know how to in a picture or quick tips and tricks? So did you know is a really good way to educate people. Maybe like a fun fact that surrounds one of your things. So if you're like ADHD, did you know this about people that have ADHD? This is like a fun fact about them. Or you can talk about, did you know, like a crazy way to decrease your anxiety that's been like scientifically proven, or something about like body composition. If you're focusing on health and wellness, did you know this about that? If you play softball, Star, you could talk about, did you know like this way to like improve your swing, or like this way to help with catching, or whatever, anything that can help people that's within your realm. Did you know that kids are more productive when this happens? If you're a mom and you're at home with your kids doing schooling stuff, that's a good one for that. Like one of mine is self-love. Like, did you know, this increases your confidence in yourself? Like a good tip for you, for your audience, I mean, to educate them and help them with something. Yeah. And then for your story, what are 1 or 2 of your favorite podcasts or YouTube channels or something that you like to listen to or watch? This can be, maybe you follow a health and wellness podcast, like why do you like them? Or maybe it's a mindset podcast, why you love them. Whatever, a business podcast, why you like that one. TED Talks, yes, your favorite TED Talk that you could listen to over and over again. I want to focus on digital media for this one. So like not books, but like what are your favorite podcasts or YouTube channels, or The Sober Show. She's good.
So like, I know a lot of people on my team, we like Stephen Furtick, for example. So I think that's kind of what she's getting at, guys. So if you like Stephen Furtick and you like there's this video on YouTube that he just posted last Sunday, and it really resonated with one of your 5 pillars. Like, let's say he did something about anxiety. I would share that in this story. Make sense?
Yeah, or like your favorite YouTube episode or podcast episode too. Yes. Oh, Matthias J. Barker. I'm writing that down. Like your favorite podcast episode that like you absolutely love, whatever it looks like. And then you can also tag the person that creates that podcast, and that will like maybe they'll share it to their story. I mean, sometimes it's a long shot, but it helps like you connect people, and you can add a hashtag to it. That might bring people to you in your stories. I am going to look up to him.
And I'm sorry, I keep interrupting, but you're talking about bringing more people to your stories.
Yeah.
So Our sideline guys, Ashley Sai, she actually shared this a couple weeks ago with me, and I've done it when I've remembered. I gotta write it down. But if you tag a popular location, even if you aren't there, like in your stories, like if you tag Times Square, make it really small and put it at the very bottom of your stories, it'll actually generate more views.
And you can you can drag it all the way down to like one of the corners and it will completely disappear, but it still shows up.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. So you don't even have to show it.
Sweet.
So so like if you're trying to connect with more people in your state, pick a popular destination within your state. Like for me, it's the Mall of America. That's what we're known for, I feel like.
Hey, I have a question. So when it comes to stories, my story views are like way down. So what's the first thing when you ladies see your stories are down? What is the first thing that you do to try to get your views back up?
In Instagram, I made my profile public for one. 2, engaging with other people's stories, because that will populate yours forward more too. And making sure that you have like, I even say 5 to 7 slides running at all times. Oh my God, how is my phone dying already?
I think mine might have been because I let it run out one day. I'm like, oh my gosh, I let it run out. So I think I've heard people say that takes a big toll on your views. So I think that maybe why my views are down, because I forgot to post it. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's nothing on there.
Well, and I think that might not even be necessarily about Instagram, but that might just be your audience. Like they're like, oh, she didn't go on her stories today. Maybe they enjoy seeing your stuff. Like that's why consistency, I know the word makes people probably want to vomit because we say it so much. But that's why consistency is so important, because people like to, like, if they're used to watching your stuff for one reason or another, like trust me when I say there is at least one person that probably continually watches your content, at least one. And if you don't show up for that one person a day, you could lose their trust. So that's why being consistent is so important.
Oh yeah, how about I open the door for you?
Sorry, hold on a minute.
No, you're fine. Yeah, engage with other stories heavily, totally. Reels are so good. Yes. I want to try to do like 2 to 3 reels a week at least.
Okay, I'll make this quick because my house is full of people. So do you guys link your stories from Instagram and Facebook? I know Star's not on Facebook right now. But I used to link it and then I thought my views would go down, but how do you guys deal with that?
I don't automatically post. So like it doesn't auto do it. I go in and just naturally do it. But I think if there's ways that you can post at least 1 or 2 stories in each platform that respects the platform. So I think that's important too. So like, let's say you're on Facebook, at least create 1 slide every day that, mine's a business account and I still do it. I think I'm a creator account actually, but one story that's going to respect the platform. So like 1 to 2 stories in Facebook that are just created from Facebook, not shared from Instagram. And then of course the other way around too. So Thursday. Oh wait, did you have another question? Okay. Are we on Thursday? Yeah, we're on Thursday. Have a conversation. So ask a question, opinion, for a suggestion or help with something. So on Instagram, you can post this in your stories. On Facebook, I would highly suggest doing like a post where you're asking a question around one of your 5 things. Maybe it's like, how the hell do I get my dogs to stop from eating socks? Or like, how do I get them to stop chewing things? If it's your kids, how do you get a picky toddler to eat food that they should be eating? So like ask a question around one of your 5 things. And then in your story, share what is your favorite healthy snack? Because we are in a health and wellness business, so we want to make sure that we're showing we're healthy and well on a daily basis. And people are still in the mindset of resolutions. So I think any way we could provide value to people is good around those things. So in your story, share what is your favorite healthy snack? Oh, Thursday. Friday, we are going to show your work. So you're going to show behind the scenes, your process, like what's on your desk right now, that sort of thing. So if you're, I don't know, I'm trying to think of good ideas. Drop any ideas if you have. I know, I do too. Maybe it's like, and if you don't have a dedicated space to your work, show like how, where's a good, you need to have a dedicated space first of all, but you could show the flexibility of being able to work from anywhere. So showing your work, what are you doing behind the scenes, your process, maybe you're packing up samples, whatever. And that kind of ties in actually to what I have for the Thrive topic for that day too. Story, what are you currently reading? What book are you currently reading? This is where you could also do in your stories, you could share an Audible. I know I saw somebody that had, can I share an Audible? We want to show people that there are multiple platforms and ways that they can grow their minds. So what are you currently reading? And one small snippet that you've learned from that in your stories. So this could give you an opportunity to talk in your stories. Talking in your stories is everything, because if you're not talking in your stories and you're just showing pictures all the time, you're missing the opportunity for people to see that you're a real human, because some people only watch stories. It's true. 50 Shades of Grey. I am reading Dave Ramsey's Complete Guide to Money right now. And I just bought another new book too that I'm really excited about. The new book I bought was The Nuclear Effect, The 6 Pillars of Building a 7+ Figure Online Business. 7 figures, I'm all for that. Hell yeah. Saturday, promote. It's Small Business Saturday. So announce a product, event, discount, etc. Call to action. I think, so a good way to check when's a good time for your live is to just pretend like you're going to go live and see how many people are actually online. You got to understand where is your audience in their day, and does this make sense? So if the majority of the people that follow you or that you are friends with are, at work, probably not a good time to go live. So either early in the morning, at night. But if like your ideal audiences is like stay-at-home moms, like think about when is nap time, when their kids are down at nap, and you could go live and talk then. Sundays are like the best. Sunday nights are probably one of the best times that you could go live. It's like historically proven. So promoting, talking about a specific something that you got going on. You could even share another product that you like to buy that helps you with one of your 5 things. Yeah. So maybe like, what's your favorite dressing or whatever. Stories. Where's the favorite part? Like one favorite part of your home? Is it a space outside? Is it a space in the house? Is it your bathroom because you just redid it? Is it whatever it looks like? A favorite part of your home. This allows people to get like a sneak peek of what your inside life looks like and kind of feel like they're with you. So a favorite space in your home and why it's your favorite space. Mine is my office. I love it in here. I could live in here. Sunday, encourage. I'm going to pull another. Something that reminds people why you do what you do. Show somebody the outcome of hard work. So what is it like? What does it look like to when you worked? Like, where was a time when you worked really hard and the satisfaction you got from that? And then in your stories, how you plan your week. And like, it's a perfect thing with our Zoom. Like, it's in perfect alignment. You can show a picture of us planning our week. And then in the next slide, talk about like, what are some things that you plan for like your specific household or your specific self? Like, do you have a schedule, or are you somebody that kind of just like goes with the flow? You write down your priorities, but maybe you don't go hour by hour. So then we're going to get into the Thrive topics super fast so I can leave some time for you guys to ask me questions. So Thrive topics, Monday for your post. And usually on Instagram, you want to stick to like one post. So you're either going to talk about Thrive or you're going to talk about yourself, and then making sure that you're highlighting yourself in your stories if you're just talking about Thrive on Instagram. Facebook, obviously you can diversify with 3 posts throughout the day. Instagram is typically a once a day posting kind of thing. So Monday, how do your days look different because of Thrive? Is it the morning? Is it the night? Is it like mid-afternoon? You're not crashing? Like, how does Thrive help you? How does Thrive help your days look different? And maybe like highlighting even what they looked like before. In your stories every day, you should be posting your 3 steps. First of all, one of your 3 steps. Maybe it's your capsules, maybe it's your mix, maybe it's your patch and how it's helping you through the day. In the stories, I always like to talk about capsules on Monday because they're my wake me up capsules. So story on Monday, highlight your capsules and why they help you. Tuesday, business. What is one goal this year that you have, and how is your business going to help you achieve that? Again, it's not your job to know how it's going to happen, but it is your job to talk about future plans that you have and how your business would help you accomplish that. In your stories, talk about weekly paychecks. If you're not getting a paycheck, that doesn't mean that you don't talk about it, because that means just because you're not where you're never going to grow. First of all, if you're not talking when you don't have paychecks. You're never going to get to the point where you have paychecks if you're afraid to talk about it now. Because just because you're not where you're at doesn't mean somebody can't come in, see the vision and the ability to earn the weekly paychecks, and completely transforms your business and completely transforms their life. So talk about weekly pay. Maybe that's talking about, I don't know, like even if you're just converting to credits, how you're able to help other people get started thriving. Like you have the flexibility to switch, either I want to do credits or I want to do both or whatever. And make sure that you're not just saying credits. Make sure that you're telling your audience what that means, because people don't really understand what credits mean. So you could say like it's cash. It's like cash that your customers can use towards their product. Wednesday, community. How has this business introduced you to new people or new friends or friends, lifelong friends? Or what have you gotten from the community? Are you finally like somebody that has a lot of girlfriends that didn't have girlfriends before? Because that was me. Did you meet your best friend? Did you meet people that actually encourage you for the first time in your life? Like, how does the community impacted you? In your story, share a friend that you've met through this opportunity with like a picture of the 2 of you or something like that. Or you can share a Zoom that you were on and how that community means to you. So like Wednesday morning, we have our Wednesday morning Zooms. So you could take a picture on the Wednesday morning Zooms and talk about how like this community helps you. Thursday, what is your favorite patch and why? And talking about like how there's multiple benefits for a patch. Like, why is this your favorite patch? In your story, share other people's before and afters. You can add yours in too, but I think it's important for people to see it's not just you that has results, but there's lots of people that do. Friday, do a sample post. This allows you to have enough time for the weekend to get your like things together so that you can maybe go to the post office on Monday, or if you're using the back office to like ship everything out. Sample post and a sample story. So highlight the 3 steps, what they do, and then talk about how you're sending out samples. Sampling is key to this business. If you're not sampling on a weekly basis, you're missing out, because you know our products are life-changing. You know you can feel them working. You got to just get them in people's hands. Saturday. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this that has nothing to do with yourself? I think we get so focused on our quote unquote whys that we want money for our family. You want nice things, like whatever, like you want to be able, what is one reason that you're in this business for people that are outside of your circle? So like your family. So an example of this might be, for me, it's about helping other women discover that they are capable of doing much more, or that they can be empowered to do things that they never thought, or to give people confidence, or to help moms feel good again. Like those are the reasons why I do this. You got to have a reason outside of yourself to why you continually do this. In your story, I would just say, like, how is Thrive helping you throughout the day on a Saturday? Because usually that's days we're like hanging out with our families, we're, you know, whatever that looks like. So how is it helping you throughout the day? Maybe it's you like saying this, Pat, like yesterday I did a crap load of cleaning, like so much cleaning. I was like, okay, not only does this patch, like I'll show you what it's done for me as far as my transformation goes, but it gives me bomb energy to do all this stuff. And that's all I said. Sunday, go live or post a heartstring post at 8:30 or 9:30 at night, your time. Talk about what is an emotional experience that you had from Thrive. Is it maybe that when you hopped on the scale, it actually moved? Is it that you are actually confident in yourself for the first time ever? Is it that you were able to do something with the business that you never thought possible? And in your story, I didn't write anything down. I was like trying to like scramble to get the last part together. But in your story, you could talk about how, I don't know, drop any ideas. Okay. So I'm going to stop right here. Let me know if you have any questions, because I'm leaving this last 5 minutes open for question and answer. Nothing. Or if you want to add anything. This isn't just about me. So if you have a good tip or something's worked really well for you for getting engagement or anything like that, like share. Sharing is caring. I feel like if I used to come from the place of like, I don't want to share my stuff because like I want to be successful. And that's a horrible mindset to have. I think that this world is abundant. And if you have something that's working for you, you have to share it so that you can help other people. Because there are 7 point whatever billion people on this planet. We all can get.
So,
yes.
So, my tip for you guys is, if you guys are working one platform, start seriously considering and working on establishing yourself on another platform. You know, unexpected things happen. So you always want to have that backup plan. So I'm sorry to keep using myself as an example, but like I never thought anything would really happen to my Facebook because I didn't post anything against community standards, but it happened anyway. So now that I'm working Instagram, it's a little bit more frustrating because I really wasn't establishing myself on there before. So I wish I would have planned. So just make sure you guys always have, I guess you could say like a backup plan, a plan B in place.
Well, and that's not even necessarily like you're going to get removed from platform. It could be like, you know, there's days where like Facebook is wonky and like you can't post certain things because they're having technical issues on their side. Like you have to have another space to grow your business, whether that's on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, like whatever. Make sure that you have another platform, TikTok, whatever. Make sure you have another platform where you're showing up, and understand that you have to have a plan also for how you can connect with people outside of social media.
Yes. Like I got everybody's number that was willing to give it to me. So now I'm texting my customers. I'm texting my potentials. I'm texting my team. It's outside of social media.
Yep. And I believe a lot of people's phone numbers are in the back office too, right?
Well, yeah, but I do have some people that just put in a bunch of ones.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I have something to add really quick.
Yes.
So when I first started, which was 2 years ago, I didn't know where to start. So if you're not sure where to start, or if you've been in this business for 2 years like me and you forgot what to do, just focus on getting minis out, because that will lead to customers and it will also lead to promoters. If you just get that mini in their hands and they're ready to order, and before they order, just ask them if they want to be thriving for free or thriving for free and making money. So if you don't know how to get customers or promoters, just get minis into their hands. And to start doing that, just get into your messenger, search sample or mini or mini experience, and then just go back. And for me, I was in a place where I could do this. If you're not, maybe reach out to uplines, because they really do help. They're not scary. They actually do help you get out minis. So what I do was I was like, well, I just put in the messenger to that person, hey, today I am sending out some free mini experiences. The only thing you have to do is cover the shipping and tracking. And for me, I could do that. So they sent me $10 to cover that, which is almost a mail out, minus $2, because mail outs are only $12. So if you're not sure where to start with minis.
Amen. Samples are key. I just want to add something at the end. Oh, thank you. Oh, for sending out samples? Yeah. I do the back office all the time. It's really efficient. I love them. And sometimes I customize my own and send them out too. It just depends on how I'm at.
One more thing with minis, make sure you do the funnel too. Don't forget that.
Yes. Ask them to tag you in a post, because that opens their whole network. I did that with one girl, and she has gotten 6 samples for me to give to her friends and a potential promoter from it. And I was like, girl, you're doing this business. Like, let's go. One thing I want to say, I get that we have our own personal goals. Like, I obviously want to get that $12,000 bonus. I am getting that $12,000 bonus at the end of this month. I'm super, super close. So for my husband, do not get lost in your own goals that you forget about how you're impacting other people, please. If you're talking about yourself all the time and you're, talking, or you're reaching out to people with an agenda, the universe can feel that. If you're focusing on you too much, the universe can feel that. Focus on how you are able to impact the lives of other people. How are these products going to help other people? You should want to follow up with them because you want to see how they're feeling. How is this helping them with keeping up with their kids? Like, I had a girl message me the other day, that same girl with the samples. She's like, this stuff is life-changing. Like, I'm so grateful for you. And I was like, girl, it's not about me. Like, I just want other women to feel good and feel like they can be the moms they're supposed to be, because that's not why I'm here. I am not here to fulfill my own agenda. Yes, when you are diligent and when you focus on other people and helping them, your own success will come from that. But if you're constantly focused on your own goals and your own things that you want to happen and your volume that you want to accomplish and your PPA and your new volume, if you're always focusing on that stuff, you probably won't achieve it. And B, if you do, it won't last for long. You gotta keep focused on, how is this sample going to help this person? How is this business going to help this person? And don't reach out to people and say things like, oh, let's get you that bonus. No. How is that bonus going to specifically help that person? Leaders are people that help push a vision for other people's lives, that help people believe in themselves, that help people see more for their life. It's not, leaders aren't people that just make big paychecks. You can be a leader and be a 4K because you're helping people understand a different vision for their life, whether that's with their health, whether that's with their business. Be people centered. Don't be personally centered. So I just had to say that because we're going into this last week and it's easy to push and want to get those things done. And I encourage you, like, yes, you need to be getting into Messenger, but when you are hopping in Messenger with somebody, make sure your message is focused on that person, not on your personal agenda. Like, hey, I have free shipping. Let's get your order started. Like, no, girl, I know you've been wanting to feel better. I know you said like you are tired all the time. Let's get you started so that you can be feeling good. I want to get a sample in your hand so that you can see how truly different your energy levels can be. Make sure it's about them. Do you want to add something, Star? No? Okay.
Oh, I don't know which Star you were talking to. My bad. But no, I 100% agree. We have to, and listen, if you're really plugging in and helping, like for example, your team, find out what their goals are. Like if they are trying to get that $4,000 bonus because maybe, last year wasn't too good for them. They are buried in, turn off notices, how bad they need this. When you are helping them, it's also going to help you. So it's kind of like good karma. What goes around comes around.
Amen to that. Don't forget to take a picture today.
And then for the leaders, I'll add too, because I thought you were talking to the other Star. I'm like, I don't know what she's trying to do, but I had something to say as well. So yeah, guys, my highest rank I reached was auto bonus, and now I'm back to brand promoter, and I've been in this for 2 years. So it does not matter what rank you are. It just what matters kind of person and what kind of leader that you're showing others or yourself. So focus on that.
Amen. All right, guys, I'm going to stop recording.